Hello friends! Before we get into this video, there's a few things I have to address first. First of all, most and possibly all of the characters that you'll see throughout this series, their lore is not actually accurate. For example, the parents displayed in this video, Brown Wisp and Thunder Scratch, aren't actually their parents. They're just the two cats that looked closest to Burnkit and Dovekit that I had. Thunder Scratch and Brown Wisp are from a completely different series about a clan called Forest Clan. You could feel free to watch that too after this. Oh wait, I just exposed something about Thunder Scratch. Whatever, it's fine. Anyways, the only bits of lore that you hear in this series that'll actually be accurate for that specific character will be Dovekits and Burnkits. Maybe a few more, depending on if I'm actually able to use a cat that I haven't used in another series yet. But for now, the only two where their lore is actually accurate is Dovekit and Burnkit. One more thing. I tried to be as accurate as possible with warrior cats while still doing my ideas. I even participated in quite a few roleplays, including an apprentice roleplay, just so I could get more skilled on the matter. I've seen people narrate their own dead bodies, and trust me, that might become important later. Anyways, back to the main point. There will be mentions of blood, death, and violence, all in this single first episode. If you are uncomfortable with even one of those topics, please click away immediately. I wouldn't want you to go through that just to watch something that I made. Another thing, I stutter quite a bit through words when it comes to reading scripts or lines, or trying not to say between every single sentence, as you might have seen at the very beginning of the intro. So you will likely hear that because I am reading the lines of what the characters are saying. So please, please, please do not mind that. Now, sorry that this intro was so long. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Oh, just in time. In time for what, exactly? He sneered, looking down as he then saw what. What is that thing? Don't call her a thing, she said, softly yet sternly to not wake the kid. This is your new sister. Come say hello. She looks like, I would say rip-off, but Dad already filled that checklist. Hey, he said sternly. Do not talk to your father like that. You're sleeping in your own nest tonight. You'll have to get used to it anyway. Whatever, he mumbled, going over to the nest that his parents chose as a punishment nest. Once Burnkit was asleep, he spoke, looking at his new daughter. "What are you naming her?" "Dovekit," she responded gently. "Would you like me to stay here tonight? You know, in case Dovekit wakes up." "That'd be nice. Thank you." "I'll be in the nest next to yours if you need anything." Thunderscratch stayed awake the entire night, not falling asleep until the morning. Dovekit stirred awake. Since she wasn't taller than the average cat like Burnkit, it's gonna take her a moment to get used to her legs, so she can only crawl around for now. She'd nudge her mother awake. Brownwhip stirred to the nudge. Huh? She then realizes it was her kit. "Oh, hello." "Hungry," she spoke slowly. She'd let out a sigh as she stood. "Right. I'll go get your brother to get some so we can let Dad rest." She'd crawl over next to her dad. "Burnkit." She'd nudge her older kit with a paw. "Ugh! What?" he yelled, luckily not loud enough to wake his dad. Her ears drooped at the yell. It scared her. She'd glance at Dovekit before turning back over to Burnkit. "First of all, don't yell too loud. You could have woken up your dad, and you scared Dovekit." "Yeah, but I didn't wake him up, and He looked at his sister, realizing he did indeed scare her. "I mean, whatever. Now what do you want?" "Get Dovekit food from the prey pile, please." "Fine." Some hours have passed, and Dovekit has been quite busy with his stick. "Ugh, I'm so bored of just sitting here and listening to you both talk. Can we please play a game? Like, play fight." Sure we can, but let's let Dovekit pick this time. Dovekit, please do a favor for your older brother and choose play fight. Sure. Play fight. I don't know what that is, though. She'd chuckle. Basically, me and your dad will pretend to be intruders that you and Burnkit will have to fight. I'll be a bear, and you'll be... She'd look at her mate. A dog. He'd chime in with a grin. A dog, then. She turned back to her kids. Now, who wants to play fight who? Dovekit, allow me to deal with the big, scary bear while you deal with the weaker one. Okay. He'd jump at his mom. Rah! She'd pretend to get knocked down slightly as she gently shoved Burnkit away. Who dares knock down the bear? She said, gently putting a paw on her kit to pin him down, but light enough where he can easily wiggle out. Yes, I do! He'd bite at the paw. Since he's a kid, it doesn't really hurt much on warriors. Well, give me your best shot, kiddo. He spoke, waiting for Dovekit to make a move. She didn't exactly know what to do, so she just wobbled over, nibbling her dad's paws. Hey, watch the paws, he said with a laugh to show he was joking as he gently nudged the kid away. You'll have to try better than that. He'd ram into his mom's side to knock her over before looking at his dad and speaking. You're too tall, dog. Bend down and get to her level so she can hear you. He was trying to help his sister out. She'd pretend to fall down with a grunt. Oh, right! He noticed the trick but pretended to fall for it hook, line, and sinker. I said, you've gotta try harder than... Seeing the opportunity, she ran into her dad's side, copying her brother. He'd fall over with a fake yip. Gah! I gotta stop falling for that. Yes! He subconsciously cheered before covering it with a cough. Ahem. I mean, yeah, whatever. He'd use his paw to gently shove his mom's head onto the ground. She, again, let it happen with a grunt. She fell down. She pretended to struggle. She can't really stand up to reach the head yet, so she rammed herself into her dad again. Oof, he said, falling over. Okay, I can see through that strut. It's a new moon, and Burnkit has been glaring daggers at Dovekit all day because she wouldn't stop following him. He'd rush into camp, dropping the body gently while crying before sitting down by his kits. Her ears drooped. Was that her mom? There, laying in the clearing, was what used to be a caring mother. Blood was staining her pelt, and her breath that she used to speak with, long gone. How did she... He trailed off, absolutely torn between his sadness for his mother and that anger wall he'd always put up. Rogue fight. Our deputy mistaked her for a rogue and killed her. She shrank down in her spot upon hearing that. He eventually stood. Come on, let's say goodbye to your mother. For a long time, he just sat there, staring at what was now his lost lover. Eventually, he walked over to the other side and began cleaning her pelt, one last time. He could tell Dovekit was not handling this well, and to be honest, neither was he. They were just kits, after all. He subtly wrapped his tail around his sister, ears perking up slightly to look strong. Not for himself, but for his sister. After a bit longer, he stood. I'm going to bed, he said blankly as he padding towards his now and possibly forever empty nest. He stayed silent for a bit before speaking. She was a good mom. Yeah. After a few moments, he padded away without another word. It was just her now, staring at a body she won't ever see move again. What she thought would be a family of 4 became a family of 3 today. She didn't leave. She couldn't leave. Instead, she shuffled closer. She hesitantly started cleaning her mom's pelt. Noticing her dad did the same, she assumed it's meant for comfort, for love. It's a shame she had to learn this way. After a while, she laid down right next to her mom. "Good night," she muttered through tears before forcing herself to fall asleep, crying until she actually did.